Hello, all. Welcome back to Melanin Madam. I hope you had an amazing weekend. On the way in, please make sure that you speak. I know that some of you have said, "Oh, I joined your live." I don't know. I can't see if you joined unless you're like one of my top supporters, and I can see them through a report throughout the week. On your way in, again, make sure you share the show, like, comment, speak, and subscribe. I will have our co-host introduce herself, and then we will get started right away with these stories. Because tonight, let me tell you. It is case number 20, and it is the no contact, the prison story, and married love with mistresses. So, co host, introduce yourself, and then we will get started.
Hey y'all, it's Dizzy Des Delicious, honey, and I am in here and ready for ya.
Here we go. Hey, twin.
Hey,
Let's see
bro.
here. I don't know how to make the comments go back on the screen. Uh-uh. Oh, well, I'll keep doing it during the show. So, let me put on my glasses. So, I felt a little disrespectful the other night, child. When I started this shit and I took off my Tiffany glasses and talking about I was upgrading with Versace, that is so damn disrespectful. Y'all know I love Tiffany, so baby, oh, we're gonna put those back on. Those tell the story just fine. If you don't believe
Hey,
me, I'm just saying.
I'm so
Hmm.
weak. I love it.
They're a character in the show.
A
So,
whole character.
a whole character. So let's see. This is interesting. StreamYard is forever moving some shit. Um, and I don't understand why. That must be something that people didn't like, but it made absolute sense. It helped us to see the damn comments faster. But here we go. Nonetheless, I start with the disclaimer and then we will jump right into the show. Trigger warning. Always listen to the disclaimer. It will tell you what I'm about to talk about. Okay. Before we begin, this episode contains discussions of infidelity, incarceration, custody loss, family conflict, emotional manipulation, and adult themes. All stories are shared voluntarily, anonymously, and in first person as they were submitted. This show is for discussion, accountability, reflection, and education only. This is not any legal, medical, or therapeutic advice. Although I will always tell you to grab my journals off of Amazon. There are three of them, and there are more to come. Don't hold me to that. Apparently, I'm a new procrastinator. So take what applies, leave what doesn't, and let's start case number 20. Mhm. Tonight's cases are about choices, not mistakes, accidents, not I didn't know. Choices that were repeated, defended, and then questioned when the consequences showed up. Every story for tonight asks the same uncomfortable questions. At what point do you stop blaming the situation and look in the mirror at yourself? You guys are ready? Story number one. Cheated on first, but stayed in the game. Here we go. This one is kind of long. Here we go. Let's see here. She was cheated on while pregnant, but later helped create two babies during a marriage. Now TikTok is deciding who's really dumb. Listen carefully. I need TikTok to be honest because somebody in this story is delusional, and I need to know if it's me. I was with this man first. We had a baby together, and while I was pregnant again, he cheated on me. Not with anybody single, with someone else's wife. Yes, married. Papers, vows, all of that. I eventually walked away, built my life, and went on to have two more babies. I moved forward, I healed, or at least I thought I did. Those two babies was by him. Fast forward, he ends up marrying her. Yes, the same woman he cheated with, the same woman who was married. I took I shook my head, focused on my kids, and tried to stay in my lane. Here's where it got wild. While he was married to her, he came back to me. We had two more children, two during their marriage. Now his wife is insecure, watching me, mad at me, acting like I ruined her life. I can't help but think, how are you mad at me when you married a man who already showed you he would cheat on his pregnant girlfriend? She knows that we had the two babies after they were in the marriage, and she stayed anyway. Literally stayed married to him. but built a life on top of that foundation that was already crooked. I won't lie, I called her dumb because staying married to a man who committed full blown adultery and had two babies on you feels like chosen humiliation with a ring on it. But TikTok is saying I might be the dumb one because because I knew who he was too, because I lay with him down with him again and again, because I participated in the chaos instead of straying away completely. Now I'm asking y'all, who is dumber? Me, who was cheated on first but kept dealing with him, or his wife who stayed married while he committed adultery and built a second family with me? Tell me the truth. Don't spare my feelings. Be kind. Mic drop.
All right, all right, all right, Sissy Pooh. Okay.
Oh my God. So wait, that is not even confusion. It sounds like you were in competition and didn't give a damn
Yes.
about your consequences. So
No.
anyway, let's have at it. What is your feedback?
Hey. So let me tell you. Well, it's a catch 22 for me, but
Okay. Let me hear.
how I feel is respectfully, y'all both stupid for playing with this idiot. But, girl, he chose her. He married her. And it's only her gonna reap benefits no matter what happens.
Mm-hmm.
So it's you for allowing him to come back after he chose someone else on you.
Mm-hmm.
You need to, here we go, love yourself, because there's no way that you should have been okay with him coming back to you after he chose his wife on you while pregnant, girl. Girl, he made a whole nother choice on you that didn't say something to you, and then you let that monkey come back and plant two more seeds, keeping you stuck with his ass. You stuck with him.
Child.
You stuck with this man and his kids that he may or may not support you with. And you
Top
think
notch.
that the wife is the problem? You better hope that she don't. Girl, you better just go and go to court and get child support to make sure that's his child, because other than that, that lady ain't gonna let him give you nothing.
So let me tell you, that's a piece of the story that I took out. When she had was pregnant with the baby and got the wife and married him, she made him go put himself on child support for the other two children. So she off top in her and you can't help who you fall in love with, all of those things. I don't
So the
particularly
wife
agree.
made him do it.
I just don't agree with that because if it's things that you should not fall in love with somebody for, then that's like saying, I can't be blamed because I tried this rug and then I got addicted to it. Well, we know rugs are addicting, so stay away from them unless you want to be addicted and go down the path that Russian roulette may take you. So you can't help who you fall in love with because you never should have talked to them to begin with. Let's just clock that right there. Second, twin. Both of them are dumb. His peen got to be top notch.
Bro got
Remember
me weak
when
as hell over here. I'm weak
remember
on
when
the floor.
Jill Scott talked about diamond crusted.
Mm, mm.
Mhm, mhm. It has to be because he didn't pay a single piece of child support with the first two. You went on then to have another one. You went on done to have another one. Now, I
So you
understand
got four
every
kids now,
four. She had one, was pregnant when he left her, then had two more. Four.
and he still don't pay child support.
He didn't pay child support for the first two.
But
It
the
was
wife made him go get on child support.
for the first two, and he didn't. So how did you then have two more?
So
So,
you let this man play on your top. He don't help
hey,
you with these
cousin.
kids, nor does he have to pay child support because your dumb ass won't go put him on it.
Thank you. I think this too. Both are being cheated on with another person. Well, let's talk. I like to have my words accurate. I know exactly what you guys mean, but I like to have them accurate. Of course, it helps when I pull out snippets as well. One is being cheated on, and one is being committed adultery. There is a difference. Um, he has another one with no kids yet on the side, and probably does. Somebody like that is very selfish, absolutely selfish. Oh, this the girl we talked about. Yes. Yes, twin. This is the one we talked about today. So now let me give my opinion. Okay. Because I'm going to give a different opinion every time. I'm not just going to say what I agree with. She already said it. I agree with everything she said. Now, let me tell you on some grown woman shit. You ready? Dear lady who had two more kids, I think you're dumber. And let me tell you why. People that have children and don't consider the children, I think that you are dumber, you are more selfish, and you don't have any sense. If you already had two men by this baby and that man did not do right by those children, how dare you ruin two more lives voluntarily? I think that you are the one that doesn't have any sense because you are the one that your children are being impacted. I really don't give two fucks what either one of you adults do because it's your choice. I do care when children are involved because now you have two children that have to deal with this same man, a mama who done jumped on the TikTok, and a lady who is on the TikTok as a wife. Girl, how dare you step off your pedestal? But then I guess you stepped off your pedestal because you also committed adultery to be with him to begin with. You committed adultery with your husband to be with him. Ah, I think y'all don't have sense, both of you. But I think that the one that is dumber and more selfish is the one that got to look at her kids every day and tell them, yes, I had all four of you, especially you last two, when I knew I should have closed my damn legs, or at the very least, use protection, or at the very least, did it with somebody else. How can you not think you're dumber? You just hurt more lives. Now to the comments. Let's see. Yeah,
My Lord.
both simple Simon ass female. Because
Mm.
what? Once children start getting involved, I just have a different. I don't
Opinion.
understand. I don't understand. Like, I don't understand. I don't. And here's the thing, I do understand that there are women that have children like a artificial insemination. It's different backgrounds that will make you be like, I want a baby. And I only, if he doesn't do anything, I'm going to show up full, do everything, me and my baby, ride or die, because I want a baby. That is my mother's case. She apologized to me for that because she hears how I feel about this particular topic. But again, it's not a one size fits all. If there are different pieces that move, I didn't have that experience. My mom had me because she wanted to have me. I never felt any different. That's different than you having a baby with a person and allowing them in and out. Some women they have a right to that, right? And I believe they do because we would think it was no different. That's why I use artificial insemination, because there are people that use that because they can't find the right partner, or they don't want the partner, but they are fully planning on investing in that child and doing everything to effectively communicate and all of the things. I don't think it's anything wrong with that. I just don't. This case, they're fighting back and forth, and now they have taken it to the internet. Y'all are really fighting back and forth on the internet?
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand that. And how could, at this point, the one that's talking is the one that had the two additional kids? Girl, you got a lot to be focused on other than who was dumber. Worry about the babies. Figure out what you can do to make the best of your situation and exit it, because they're clearly going to stay married. You want them in the kid's life. You're going to need to do better. And it's not going to be by still continuing to sleep with that man. That's hurting your children. You're selfish. All for a nut.
Mm.
I don't like that. You're being very selfish. You care about him being your man more than him being a dad. Because at no point from him being dad with baby two, I'm sorry, one and two, and then the third, and then the fourth, are you still opening your legs to this man? I wouldn't give him the privilege of smelling my cat. But yet you're sleeping with him and he don't take care of the kids. So you're showing them he could come in here and not take care of y'all, but I'm gonna still sleep with him. You say? She should. She definitely should not have had three more. Right. The last one she got was pregnant when he did this. The next two was completely in their marriage. So I don't know.
Which
I
is
guess he was
awesome.
taking care of the kid, the initial one, but then it started with the second one that he started doing this type of thing. And girl, you just be having kids, huh? I talked to a girl yesterday, a woman, before we go to the next story, and she said she had one. She was impregnated at 11, and obviously that was not a good, okay? So they made her get rid of it. 12 made her get rid of it. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. All the other ones she kept.
Mm, mm,
Her
mm.
mother was present. Her mother had a boyfriend. Her mother's still with that boyfriend. That's probably the
What?
daddy of the person.
Hold on.
Don't judge every book by its cover.
Girl, go to bed.
Hmm. Bless her heart.
Jesus be offense. That is some dirty shit.
It is. So
That's
not
some
every,
dirty
that's why when I
shit.
see people like this, I'm like, it makes it harder for the people that really do need compassion, because then so many are feeling compelled to tell their story now because they want to make people aware, I didn't know any better, or this thing happened to me. And then you got somebody on the TikTok fighting like this, and that takes over this other person's story. This other person's story, I was on their panel. They've asked me to support them. I showed up on their panel, and they didn't have the attention that this other story had. But why shouldn't we give this one attention? She's taking care of all her kids. She's doing well, all of the things. But the other one got more attention. I personally didn't tell the other person's full story because she's telling her story right now, but I'll double back behind her later. Um,
Mm.
yeah, right. 11, 12, like every year. Boom, 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 boom. First two. Oh, no. The first one she had to get rid of. The second one was a stillborn.
Mm.
11 and 12. Oh. And she said, ironically, that's a part of her story. She said she did not realize that what she went through was so bad until her own daughter told her, I'm sorry, mom, but you do know that your mom, my grandmother, failed you. Because she still, I love my mom. I protect my mom. Yes, she could have did something different, but my mom loves me. No, she didn't do anything wrong. And her daughter taught her that she needed some help because you deserve better. And we're proud of you. You should be more proud of yourself for where you are. And I thought that was, y'all, I was crying like a bitch. And that's what makes these stories irritating, because, girl, did you bring this
Okay.
to us? So our final advice for you is get your tubes tied
Oh,
and get
okay.
off the internet
Oh, okay.
and quit worrying about who's more stupid and worry about who's more selfish. You.
Mm.
That's a better word. Selfish.
And it's to
Poor
your
babies.
kids. You're selfish to your
That's what I mean.
kids.
Yeah, selfish to the kids.
Like, girl, bye.
I don't understand. I really don't. All that, well, I was young and I made a mistake. Okay. People have different upbringings. Maybe the first one, but after that, we got to start putting more resources in our kids' hands. And what I am finding from being on social media and finally joining a panel and a group where we discuss different things, and support one another. Yes, y'all, after 3 years, I finally decided to trust somebody. Um,
Mm.
there are people like it's mostly in the southern states or the country of New York, and I don't mean country as New York is a country. I mean, there's a country part in New York. I don't need y'all clipping that talking about I'm dumb as hell. No, I'm talking
Amen.
about the spaces that are furthest away from the city, that they are so enclosed with their family that different things happen, and they believe that, oh, that was a TV show, but that's not real life. I'll never have that opportunity to do that. Detroit is greatly impacted. So a lot of places greatly impacted where we need to get on the ground better or figure out a way to leverage social media to get to those people better. And I really, really wish TikTok would push the content that is for that. But of course they
Mm-hmm.
won't. They push our ghetto content. They don't push our good content. That's why I got to cuss every now and then, throw something in there to get the story out, and then everyone ends up having a lesson. You got to wrap it up and try to trick the algorithm. But that's sad. Mm. Anyway, story number two. Ready?
Let's go.
Okay. Let's see. Next story. Custody, court dates, and wanting the wrong man. I
What?
had a baby by a married man. Unfortunately, he went to prison. While he was in prison, I lost custody of all four of my kids. Of those kids, one I had by him. He obtained custody while still incarcerated. Yes, let that sink in. When he came home, I attended court dates. I fought back for my child. I showed up. But if I'm being honest, I couldn't stop doing the things the court told me to do. And because of that, I lost custody of my last child, too. Mm. Now I'm regaining custody of my other daughters and doing better. I'm actually trying, except here's the truth. I don't like admitting. I like being able to go to court. I like supervised visits. I like having a reason to see him because I already know if he gives my child back fully, I won't see him that much anymore. He'll only deal with the child. He's angry with me now because I'm not taking any of the steps to at least get the supervised visits lifted. He's moved on, and I have a boyfriend too, but I still want him just as much as I wanted him when he was married. How dare he do this to me and put me in this position? So, how do I regain custody of my daughter without lying to myself when holding on to this man might be the reason I keep losing them? Side note, I only had the daughter to get him. I just want him. Am I wrong?
Oh my. Are you really asking? Is that a rhetorical question? Did you was you just playing with us
Are
when
there
you
any
said that?
single men where? I don't think so. Um,
Mm, 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 mm.
okay, so I'll start. Okay, so okay, so initially you do need to hear you are a bad person. I could get on him because he was married. However, you're the one who wrote and asked. So we keep it towards the person that wrote in, and you did. So my answer is you already had three children and you had a fourth child by a married man because you wanted him that bad. You then lost custody of your children while he was incarcerated. And it must have been that bad that he was capable of obtaining custody and you having supervised visits that he must facilitate. You're not
While in
doing everything
jail.
you can to get the daughter back. You're showing up when you know that he will be there. I think you need to be honest and tell him these things and go ahead and just take the thrashing because you're going to hear it just like a father would hear it. You had children, you're going to keep three, and you want to give one away. You don't want the child. That's not going to go over well. And that man is obviously, as he should, you guys are going to have words. But at least at that point, you can get it over with because stop going to court and doing these things and taking up time and space and taking your daughter through the back and forth when it's not really what you want. You need to come to the table and be honest. Hey, I actually don't want to do this. I'm going to leave her with custody with you. And you do need to do something about the supervised visits part because either you want to be in a child's life or you don't. If you don't,
Mm-hmm.
walk away and leave that child alone because it's fucked up. Because the child gets to see you with the other kids, but not with them. And then you pop in with you. You like a daddy that pop in and pop out. You're not shit for that. So either cut it clean or say, here's what I actually will do. And understand that there's going to be some backlash. Now, on the other side, if you were to be honest, I would commend you. But you need to get to that point first. So I don't have anything good to say to you right now because you lost your kids and you're fighting for some back and not all.
Girl,
You need to,
you're not even fighting for your kids back. You're fighting for penis back. and the penis does not want you back. And the penis moved on. Did I hear you correctly say that that baby was able to get custody of his children while in prison,
He
and
was
then
able to
got
get
out of
custody of
prison,
his child while in prison.
then
Mhm.
got out of prison, handled his business with his child, and moved on? And
And
you,
you still have supervised visits,
girl,
but
if you
he
don't go
got
to
full
bed,
custody.
mm,
Signed papers while in.
I don't like you, young lady. I'm sorry. I think you full of shit.
And of course, it would be a girl. Well, it wouldn't matter, a boy or a girl. We all need both. Women can only be with married men. She needs to go to jail. You admitted you brought the baby into the world to keep a man. Agreed. Women, girls, females, you cannot keep a man by having his child. No. And sometimes, y'all, I do wish I knew some of these people and who they were. And I do know some people that are like in similar situations, not this bad, but similar. I be wanting them to like call the hotline and report their ass, because here's the thing: as taxpayers, we paying for this shit as the child, and the child should always be at the top. See, it is so very interesting to me that when a stepmom or a stepdad or something like that is involved, what do we hear? The child comes first. When it comes to the parents that nutted and caved their ass out and pushed them out, it's funny they could do weird things and the child don't come first. This is why I, as in madam, see through the bullshit, and I don't respect a lot of you motherfuckers because I think the stuff you're doing is selfish and it's wrong. Thank you. And before you say, well, you ain't never birthed no kids, well, I raised two and I was a kid. We all have adult behaviors because of how we were impacted as children. And those gap spaces, yeah, those are ours to take and deal with when we get older, which is why, what's the famous quote that we all should actually hold on to that I haven't heard in quite some time? Each generation should get better. Baby, let me tell you something. The ones under me and my matriarch have gotten better. They each get better. And I mean from the heart place. Okay. That's what should happen. And the provision space, it actually has gotten better. So until you can do that, don't be in my comments saying no bullshit because I'm not going to listen to it. I don't, that's the problem. Too many of y'all spitting them out and you shouldn't be. You low lights. Now listen.
Until you do right by me, everything you think about is gonna crumble.
Ah,
Okay? Do you understand me? Sick of it.
I'm
I'm
sick of
sick
it.
of it.
I'm
Y'all
sick
gotta
of it.
do better. Like,
Mm.
baby girl. Now here you go again, not loving yourself, but loving penis more than you love you. And then loving penis more than you love the child you birthed. And you don't even want the kid, but you only trying to get back with the kid so you can see him because you don't want him to move on with his life. But we didn't already saw you a fuck nigga. I don't know what you want, but you still a fuck nigga, girl. You don't want to do what the judge said so you can see so you can have this is your kids.
How are you
Be
even
some
thinking about
better.
a man? How do you already have another boyfriend? How are you focused on those things when you should solely be focused on your children? I don't understand. They deserve that. No, I don't think anybody should. It's not even in the Bible that you give up your whole life for anybody. You're supposed to live your life for you as well. But the problem is, you brought them here, you fucked up. So now you have to fix it. And then you can move forward with the things that you want. And the quicker you get to that space, the better. How do you think that God is going to bless you? He is not going to bless you at all, because you are not supposed to mistreat kids. That is mental and psychological and emotional abuse.
Abuse.
You guys are abusers when you do this stuff. You don't think that child overhears the conversation. You don't think they feel that pull when it's time to see them. You don't think they wonder, because the children got taken away. That means this last child is aware they have siblings. You don't think it feels weird when you have them and then they go with their dad. When they go with their dad back, but then you keep the other ones. You
Mm.
don't think none of that is what this child is thinking?
The abuse, the neglect, the abandonment, the already setting a tone that people don't stay,
Yes.
already setting these
Abandonment
tones
issues.
of exactly abandonment issues. This baby is now gonna fight 10 times harder just to feel
Be
love.
accepted.
Or and let's be clear, let's not even think about the habits that she's going to take upon herself, trying to fit in places she don't fit, because she don't know where she fit, because you
Right.
ain't trained her nothing. And so therefore she is just out here searching, and we pray that someone collects her and just do right by her so that she could be a better person, because she can't be nothing like your ass. My God, today. And then trust to get old and will want her to take care of him. Why?
Girl. Because
Why?
unfortunately, if the other kids is with you, that shows your character. So that means those other kids have a greater chance of not. So here's the
Fucking
thing,
with
what's
you.
sad is those other kids, they're not reaping benefits either, because for you to be that type of person, that in some way is impacting them, because they have also been in and out of the system according to this, because you lost them all, then you got them back. So them also being without their youngest sibling, you're hurting them too. The other child, and see, this is what we see when like Akeisha Cole and her siblings, because we saw it on TV. Good example to give. Keisha Cole was put into a household where the mother did the right thing. She was raised nice in love, had a good family around her, but still knew who her mother was. So later on, when they tried to bring them all back together with Frankie and all of them, Keisha Cole is now the celebrity. She was raised better, but she was right there. So she's still in the same area, but she's better. So in a better situation. So to you, she's better. She didn't have it as hard. So you don't even look at her traumas the same way. So y'all can't even click and relate because you're too busy setting her apart. So this other one seems like they're gonna have a better life, possibly. And then if they try to, come back together, it's going to possibly be used against her. So she's going to be put out, or they're going to overly use her. I doubt in situations like this, it almost never happens, Des, that everybody come back to get.
It's like
Oh,
survivor remorse as well, because now you want me to pay
that's
for
what I was about
everything
to
and you want me
say.
to motherfucking make sure your life is completely great. And although I was in a better position, you still have no idea of what the fuck I was also going through and how I found something to allow me to push through my pain. The reality
Right,
is, a lot of times, artists are the most hurt and become the most famous because they have the most pain to sing about.
right.
They got the most, like, look
Or
at.
even just think they was all actually still in the same neighborhood. So they was in the
Mhm.
same space. So you literally are between both worlds.
And
The
it's
other
like,
one was
it's not
in
my
one
fault.
world.
I
I'm
don't have nothing
between.
to do with it. It's I'm not in control
I
over the
don't feel comfortable wearing
situation.
my new pair of shoes. I don't feel comfortable going back to my nice house. As a kid, I already feel like this. And then when we become adults, because I now am a celebrity, they treated her even worse and not taking into consideration the same trauma y'all experienced is actually the same trauma she experienced, but in a different way. Oh my goodness. Hold on.
I
Let me
mean,
read the
because the
comment.
reality
No,
is we all was abandoned. It ain't my fault that I got a better pick than you.
right. Right. I got abandoned and loved, but I still got abandoned. That doesn't one does not cover up the other one. And
Correct.
people don't realize that. I explained that there was a time there I was a little more present because my sister was going through some things. Um, and never in that space was our mom. My name is TT and I'm their godmom. Point blank, period. That's still your mama, that's still my sister. She's still right here. I cannot take the place of your mom. So if I'm doing something with you and you really would have preferred that your mom was doing it, I'm not even upset. It's for me to let you cry that out or express it so that we could talk about it. Me, you, my sister, we were a village. It was times each of us did our thing, like I said, as a collective, but there was time when she needed us. And so we stepped in, but that did not make me the mom. That did not make me upset when they just wanted to be under her. It did not make me upset at all. That doesn't even make sense because one doesn't replace the other.
Correct.
Sometimes it makes it worse because you'd be like, why do you keep showing up? But I really want, my
Exactly.
best friend or my husband, or it's around like put yourself in situations, y'all, when you're thinking about stuff, which is the key to emotional intelligence, being able to take a situation and see yourself in it based on something you've been through so you can have compassion and understand before calling somebody stupid, weak, it don't make sense, something like that. We all actually experience a lot of the same things. People don't understand when you help raise children, blood or not, if your heart is filled with true love, you feel like you went through labor. Baby, you can't tell me I didn't have Skylar or Kiera. It's nothing you can tell me. Nothing. Nothing. I mean, for me not to have kids because Skylar said, yeah, no, I don't want you to right now. Okay. Who does that? Me. Who flies home in the middle of the night so I can make sure when they wake up and it's their birthday, I don't care if I was out of town for work or whatever, I don't miss shit for my kids. I'm going to fly in. I'm going to pay the extra. I'm going to do all of the things. I'm going to show up because they expect that from me. You will see my face. I don't understand. And I'm going to show out. Baby, you don't
I
even
think
get a
I just
birthday
show up
party.
more just because I experienced the abandonment. So it's
Exactly.
just my
So
choice
mine
to
will
be
never.
different.
Each generation gets better.
Better. And I think that's my problem with people making excuses for their behavior. Do not tell me what happened to you as a child when
Hmm.
you're a grown ass adult making decisions on your own today.
Hmm.
Yes, I can understand you have been in some dispositions that you don't care for. Hell, we all have. I promise you that.
Period.
So it's just a matter of, do I want to share that with you or not? It is not, do I not have a story? Girl, we all got a story, but you have to make a solid decision on how you're going to change your situation. If you don't
For
like how you
yourself and
got here,
others.
right? Like, if you don't like how you got here, how can you turn around and do what you're doing? Like, you got to make that make sense.
I don't know, friend. I don't like that story. Let's read the next two comments and then go to the next one. Uh, you feel labor pains. This is a continuation of the previous one. Your heart pains when there's pains. It's real. So don't say because you didn't have them, you don't feel more. Oh, thank you very much. Yes, that is very true. Chris Child, I wake up in the middle of the night. Are they okay? I'm telling you, I checked on them until I still used to check on them in their rooms at night, even when they were still in high school. I still don't get in the car until they get in the car. I treat them with maturity, but my protective measures, they don't see me doing it, y'all. But I still do it, but I do it different. Um, Child, let me stop talking about them because one thing I will do is cry about them. It's ridiculous. Um, okay, next story. You know what's ridiculous with my own sister? She will tell y'all, if she ever decides to say something, she will tell y'all, I didn't have them. She did.
That
Because
part,
it's,
like,
it's, it's different. A love like that is the most beautiful thing ever. That's why I don't understand how you push one out or choose to have one. Now, granted, they done got on my motherfucking nerves too, but far less. They actually were really good. They will trick you. Um, I don't understand how you could do that. And you purposely did it. You already had three. Why did you need another one? You legit really had that kid to take away him from his wife, possibly, and then have some type of attachment to him. But anybody that wants to stay involved in the court system, that's crazy. When you have a village, there is no other blessing. It's not. It's not. That's a huge blessing. It really is. It really is.
especially
Okay.
when you realize how much of people don't have villages, honey.
Yes, or the wrong kind.
Just some awful situations.
It is. So shout out to all the members of the villages out there. Sure, all the moms and dads appreciate you. Okay, let's see the next one. Oh, this is fun. Okay, ready?
Okay.
Okay. Okay, cheer girl. Okay, so story or case number three. Prison love, COVID money, and a ring for somebody else. She cheated on a man in prison and can't understand why he went back to his baby mama. Let's talk. Here we go. I was dating this man while he was in prison, and yes, I cheated on him. You're probably wondering how he knows. We're all from the same neighborhood. So I cheat And he goes back to the mother of his children. I was appalled. I changed the word that they have for that and changed it to appalled. I was appalled. I did all kinds of things during COVID to produce money for us, things I can't even say out loud because they get me in trouble. I held him down, paid bills, made sacrifices, and when he got out, he proposed to her immediately. But here's the crazy part. He still calls me, tells me he loves me, wants me back. And then life really played in my face. I get a job at a store. This woman pulls me to the side and tells me how beautiful I was. She said I'd be perfect for her nephew. Guess where the nephew is? Prison. Of course, I took his number. I mean, why wouldn't I? If the family already likes me, I must be a shoe in. So I ask myself, do I have a thing for men in prison? Do I enjoy punishment or do I need therapy? What is actually wrong with me?
I
Mic
go
drop.
to the rock. Oh, Jesus. Let me tell you, baby. I
Okay.
can't tell you what's wrong with you because
I don't know you.
I just don't know. But what I can say is you slightly delusional. How you cheating on somebody in prison and they in prison and what the fuck you cheating in conversation? What the fuck? You cheating because you sharing some money with them too?
No,
What?
I'm guessing you cheated with the person that was outside because your little tulip was on fire and you couldn't hold it. Um, with on the man in the prison. And the man in the prison found out because y'all from the same neighborhood and people thought they tell all the business.
Well, you was stupid for doing that dumbass shit. You know, if you know your man in prison and you know what you should have been cheating a different kind of way. Like I don't even understand that shit. Like, listen, it's not that I agree or disagree. It's just a matter of there's a way to do everything. And I just don't think you was thinking about yourself when you did that dumbass shit. And then, girl, how long he got? What the fuck do you care? Get
He
the
got
fuck.
out already. The first one
Oh,
got out and proposed to the mother of his children, but he's still in contact with her because he still tells her he wants to be with her.
well, that's
He
just because
still
he
calls
playing
me,
with
tells me he
you.
loves me.
Because he was
Mhm.
fucking with he was playing you the whole time, dumbass. He needed commissary. He needed things to go down for him in prison. Girl, you slow.
That's what
He's
I think.
like, and he only keeping you in the loop just in case he get caught up again. He know he got a ride or die in prison. You are dumb, and you should stop your shit right now. For girl, therapy, you need God and therapy, okay? Because what in the entire hell is wrong with you? What? What? What?
I
Bye,
can't make this shit.
Felicia.
I
And if
can't
you
make
can't
this shit up.
afford to get out your city and cheat, girl, that means you shouldn't be cheating. What the fuck? What is wrong with you?
Like it,
You gonna have to
like
have a
it.
standard, okay, about yourself. Do better.
So you have double bad standard.
Yeah,
You
like what the fuck?
messing with a man in prison, and then you can't not cheat. And then by cheating, you cheated with somebody in your local area with all the yappers around. But that must mean it's somebody in that same particular class of people. So then you got the job at the store, and somebody picks you out and says, "Hey, girl, you cute, and you should talk to my nephew that's in prison." And he said, "Oh my God, if the family think I'm cute, I must be cute. Let me give you my number to give to him."
Girl, like what type of desperation is that? You should have been unavailable. That like what the fuck you bored?
Got to be, because you're
And
still
even
talking
if
to the
you
other one,
is,
and
why
you done
you having
added
to
another
fuck
one.
with a nigga in jail? What the fuck?
He can, uh-huh. So that's what I was thinking. I'm like, anybody who deals with somebody in there and you was
Correct.
willing to do stuff out here that you shouldn't have done because it could have got you in there, that man don't like you because that man should have you. Okay.
He ain't protecting you. He don't fuck with you. He
Y'all,
is
did you see my
fucking
nails?
you.
They're inspired by a set that Des did. Ah! Cute. So let me
So
tell you.
cute.
Let me tell you. You guys ready?
Ready.
Because I'm really from the hood, so I know the rules. Most of them. I'm not dead and I mind my business.
Okay.
There is something that is called a throwaway. Okay. If
Okay.
you are a throwaway, that means that a man and or woman will have you do things that you should not do, and they don't care if you get caught. Because baby, let me tell you something. When you date a real hood nigga, one of them hood niggas that don't play about you, he not even gonna let you be in the car when he do certain stuff. He's never gonna let nobody know where you live, and he low key, especially these days, won't actually have him with you a lot. You others may think that another girl is the primary and you just some dummy on the side. And it works for you in that space to protect you. If somebody incarcerated has somehow managed to communicate with you, the blood. If they
Mm-hmm.
have managed to communicate with you how to do said thing, and probably connected you with people on the outside to help you carry out said thing. And you probably gave them most of the money or half of the money. That man don't care about you. And he went back to his baby mama because he wants to be with his family. And he's still talking with you because if you did that and he was in there, all I got to do is sleep with her out here. Once I sleep with her out here, this you really gonna be stuck. And she's
Mm-hmm.
going to do more for me because you're the throwaway. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
You're the throwaway. And I can't compromise the mother of my kids like that, but I could have you do it and bring me back the money. Because let me tell you something else. Clip note number two. I'm not doing anything solely on my own and giving half of nothing. That doesn't even make any sense. The
Mm.
throwaways, oh, they do. And they pay all the people that's cut in and everything else. Honey, if somebody gives you a good flip you might want to do, although I do not condone any activities.
I'm hollering.
When I watch movies, the ones that make sense to me are the ones that say, I would never do that, and then go off and do it on their own. 100% of the risk, 100% of the profit. Nobody knows but you, because my mama said once you tell somebody else, that's no longer a secret. You got to worry about somebody else saying something. Mic drop.
Period.
I can't drop my mic though, because I like it. So
Okay, I
let's
got
place
you
it.
though. Bloop. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yes, that was because I don't think a lot of girls know this these days because it is way too many stories, news every other week is some girl being caught up in something. And at least if you go again, I
Mm.
don't condone anything, but let's talk reality. If you are going to do something, weigh out the risk with the reward.
Period.
Make sure that it's if I have to feed my kids, I don't know what I would do. To put money in a nigga's pocket, I know I would do zero. None. Okay.
Period.
None. My brothers, yes, they could get money from me. My nephew could have whatever he wants from me. Brothers, my husband, financially, he could have whatever he wants because he don't ask for nothing. But could he? Absolutely. And there's my best friend. But again, these are men. Real men don't even ask.
Exactly.
So could they have it on the drop of a dime? Because I know they don't ask. So if you asking me, something happened. Let me get it to you immediately. You understand? But a man does not ask a woman for money. And they don't ask you to put your life in jeopardy if they truly fuck with you. So this man calling you, run away, be alarmed. And another man come or the aunt came to you. Oh, Des, do you know why the aunt scouted her out? Do you know what that one is?
She the pimp on the law. She the pimp. She's the true pimp.
Because the family won't have to do it if you do it. You
Oh,
could be the
okay.
one to take over everything because it's the girl, the mama, and everybody else. As long as a person got a girl when they go in, notice the girl is the one. Don't matter what your title is, it's the girl.
Period.
Unless you have sense to say no, but that's the title, the track of how they're going to expect. Expect. You're supposed to hold him down.
Mm.
I can hold you down while you get a shot.
Hmm.
I can hold you down while you're praying.
Amen.
Hold you down because we got bills out here. Ain't no way. So, honey, you are so beautiful to her because people can sense in our spirit that we will do certain things. I had a spirit on me that was, I know she's so sweet. So if I come to her with a big issue, she's more than likely going to help me. People have that kind of spirit. They do. And they could detect what somebody's sweet spot is. So does it right away make you stupid? Absolutely not. Does it make you stupid because you compromised your freedom? Yeah. Is it reaffirmed by God because a second person from that particular space, they're recruiting, honey. Don't do it. So do you need therapy? Yes. Because you need to figure out what's on you that you need to grow from and at least exude a different aura. You do. Um, do I enjoy punishment? Yes, because that's punishment to me. Do I have a thing for men in prison? I think you have a thing for unavailable men. I eat prison, I guess. Yeah, unavailable men. I think you like sweet talk and sweet nothings, whereas I can't stand it. Don't give me
At
compliments. You don't even
all.
know me. Don't give me compliments. You don't know me. Go to hell. Okay, two more stories. We could do one and carry the other one over to the next show. Uh, damn. Y'all want to do the two? We got 10 minutes. We can go an extra 10 minutes. We could.
Let's get it.
Okay, let's do two. Okay, we can do 10 minutes and 10 minutes. Let me see. Okay, next thoughty. Insecure, possibly. Okay. Story number 4. Ready? You gotta say it right, Dan, so when I clip it,
Okay. Okay.
but not like a cheerleader, biscuit head. Okay, here we go. Uh, uh, I love a married savage. He's dating a married woman, and what she does to her husband scares him. Listen closely. I love how you're listening this evening and picking up on all of the details. This one is a little shorter. Let's read. I'm dating a married woman and I love everything about her. She's rough around the edges, a little hood, educated, sexy, curvy, a little extra where I like it. Absolutely gorgeous. Here's the problem. She's a savage as hell. The things she tells me she does to her husband because he makes more money than her, and that's the only reason she's with him, don't sit right with me. She
Hmm.
says she makes him pay for being ugly.
Mm.
I'm not ugly, but I don't have his money. So where does that leave me? Is she trying to have her cake and eat it too? Should I be more careful? Am I signing up to be next? Because I love an educated woman, but this level of savage is scaring the shit out of me. What should I do?
Run, child. Run. Run
Uh,
far away. Run as fast as you can. Why are you even there? You are the 20%, sweetheart.
right. Married is the problem. She's married. So we can't give you advice on how to capture her because I promise that's what I was thinking. Like,
You
how
shouldn't
do
be
I
trying to
say it?
capture nothing.
Yes, like how do I say this? Because, dude, what do you mean am I next? If you are next, you deserve whatever happens to you because you're committing adultery, biscuit head. And
Mm.
you're okay with her treating him this way.
Hmm.
Oh my gosh. Leave her alone. That's the answer. Oh, okay. Maybe while you're there, you can be her reverse Uno and her humbling experience. You could put her in her place. Yes, she is all of those things, but man, it should never have happened. Yeah, you could put her in her place and be her grand finale and let her know all of these things are so amazing about you, and your husband deserves better because you're ugly on the inside and I don't like the things that you are doing to him. What kind of person would be comfortable sitting here in a bad situation already, listening to the fact that you're bad on both sides. Like you're punishing him, you're punishing him. She makes him pay for being ugly. Yeah, like that's not cool because what if something happens to you and something happens to your face? Let's say she did it the proper way. You left her alone, she got a divorce, she came back. Number one, you already see the inside of her heart. You're never going to be able to unsee that. So you got to deal with the hurdle of her being an adulterer, adulteress, and then also how she treats people according to what she feels is the most important in them, I guess. But you need to leave her alone, repent, and get your own woman and get ready for your karma. Buckle up, buttercup, because it's coming.
Buckle up, buttercup.
Buckle up, buttercup. It's coming, buttercup.
I'm
It's
so
coming.
weak.
Live and in
Listen.
living color, buttercup. And don't be trying to be stalking her later and all of that there. You sounds like you said you don't make as much money. Sounds like she might be giving you some of that money or it might be benefiting you. Go on and leave that situation alone. Don't call yourself leaving and teaching her a lesson because every lesson somebody teaches, I need y'all to know if those lessons are not accurate, you're then creating a circle of karma because karma is going to come back to you. That lesson is not for you. That lesson is for God. The lesson you could teach her is by walking away and having an open, honest, and direct conversation with her and letting her know y'all was both wrong. And I can't unsee the dark that you're carrying, ma'am.
Period. I just can't. I mean,
Now, mom,
like.
mom said now she says biscuit because you say biscuit. Oh my gosh. Des,
I'm
what is
trying
your
to
feedback for
tell you.
Pataka?
Because, like, what is wrong with you, baby? Like, you got to love on you a little bit better than that. Like, there is no way that you should be okay coming second place and believing you can even be in first place. Like, that's a delusional thought when you have not put your finances into a position that you already know this lady is expecting it for her man. And hell, she married an ugly man to get the finances that she wanted. And let's be clear, that man either that insecure as well, or he
Oh
like it,
yeah.
or he like it because he wanted someone to
He
want
knows
him
he's
too.
buying her. That what you're saying?
Ex- okay, you got me.
Got
So
it
let's
now.
be clear. You need to know what your position is to serve that penis, boy. That's your position. What you worried about? What you talking about? Ain't nobody told you to try to be the number one. Be okay at number two or three or four because that's number one you will never be able to be in because you're willing to be number two. That's how you will never be number one, dummy. You want to be number one? Don't be willing to be number two. Period. Mic drop. Bye, biscuit. hmm.
Okay, so confirmation says, all right. Okay, well, that's our feedback for you. I guess you thought we'd have more for her, but no, it's for you. It's for you. Mm-hmm.
It's for you.
Uh-huh. Because oh gosh, you're not a paid character in that story. There's a contract, sir. You're not
What did he
needed.
say? Everybody plays the fool sometime. No exceptions to the rules. Use a fool.
And I'm dancing off because I think you're off, sir.
Off.
So,
Awful.
awful. So, last story.
Let's get
Okay,
it.
here we go. No contact, no respect. This adult child wants no contact but still wants the benefits. Listen to the entitlement. Let me wet my throat.
Mm. And she's back.
Because this one, okay. Okay, so let me be clear. I don't see what the problem is. Yes, I live with my mom. Yes, I told her I want no contact. So I set her down and told her how I felt. Instead of apologizing, she started talking about transitioning and separating. She says everything was fine until TikTok and the no contact trend. Um, Hold on one second. I'm sorry. I don't, hold on one second. I got y'all. I need to do something. I'm so sorry. Hold on. You will understand why that one was not pulled over accurately. Okay. Okay. So let me be clear. I don't see what the problem is. Yes, I live with my mom. Yes, I told her I want to go no contact. Those two things don't cancel each other out to me. So I sat down and told her how I felt. And instead of apologizing or taking accountability like she should have, she starts talking about transitioning and what no contact would look like. Like this is some corporate exit interview. Then she has the nerve to say, we were just fine. We were hanging out. I was enjoying you as a young adult. Everything changed when TikTok started this no contact trend and you started making videos about me. First of all, don't blame TikTok for me finally having boundaries. Then she says, maybe we need to separate. Either I move or she will move. Excuse me? So I tell her, I don't understand why this has to be so extreme. Just write down a list of rules you want me to follow while I'm in your house, and I will follow them. Because obviously, I'm not going anywhere over a disagreement. Then that's when she really annoyed me. She said, no, you want to be no contact. I'm respecting that. But you can't be no contact while making videos about me online and still live in my house. That's disrespectful. My feelings matter too. And I'm just sitting there like, since when? Oh, I'm talking to her like that. I'm just being honest on TikTok. If people relate, that's not my fault. And last I checked, this has been my home too. I didn't magically stop needing shelter because I decided to protect my peace. Now she has, now she's acting like I'm wrong for wanting space, but still expecting support, like I'm asking for something unreasonable. So let me ask y'all, am I really the villain here? Why can't I go no contact emotionally, tell my truth publicly, and still live comfortably where I've always lived? Because to me, it feels like she wants control, not peace. And honestly, I don't see why I should have to choose. Mic drop.
Okay, cause listen, mic check, 1 2 1 2. Little girl, get your ass out that lady house. Cause what the fuck you thought this was? Are you serious? Huh? Ah, is this a joke? Did
I'm
you
glad
really?
you asked that. I decided to do you guys a little. So we have a special guest this evening. And, because people, I want you to know, I tell no lies. Let me just hold on.
Put what in writing? What your wishes are. I don't know. My boundary is my I'm wishes going are no that contact you leave. Since you are. My wishes are either I leave or you leave. These are my wishes. So how is that going to be executed? Because you said no contact. I respect your no contact. But I'm not going to keep walking around in a space where somebody does not want to have no contact with me. That doesn't make sense. Why would you want to be in a space with somebody that you don't want to have no?
Did I lie?
Mm-mm.
I decided to pull a snippet and show y'all I tell no lies. I get these stories from the mouths that tell them. If you go and look for that story, it will not be up because there was so much feedback to said older daughter. She's not a child who put this shit out and actually recorded the conversation. How dare you? It is actually marked private now, so you will not be able to get to it. When I tell you that that has been all over social media all day, the think pieces specifically from Black mothers and Black daughters, because how dare you? Did y'all see the face? Did I tell a lie?
Girl. Let me tell you how I'm not
That
even a
was just a snippet.
mother and I'm ready to slap the shit out of you. And if you don't get the fuck out of my house,
I
you will
tell no
not
lies.
tell me you
I
gonna
tell
tell
stories, not lies.
to
Yes.
to support you and you don't want to be emotionally contacted with me.
Walking around
I
my
be
motherfucking
damn
house not talking to me.
if you don't get the fuck out of here with your delusional ass. That was some delusional content right there.
Oh.
Delusional. Because that's so disrespectful. Like I could never, even my mama, look, my crackheaded mama, I would never. What is you saying?
Now do you guys see why I say I'm a storyteller? I tell the stories, I get them from the internet. But do you see how watching the comments, people's behavior, the responses, and things like that will change when you see the person? Because it will depend if they're white, if they're black, if they're Mexican, if they're younger, if they're pretty, if they're fat, if they're disabled. All of these things will matter when you're giving basic across the board feedback. That is why I asked my panel to simply answer the question that I had asked instead of us building it out before we say, well, I can understand and I can relate. Because answer the question, because we have a problem with these young people and certain people that don't come from certain spaces, knowing that there are general foundational things that we should all do across the board, no matter what. Doesn't matter if you're the most rich. I should have empathy versus somebody that said they lost money and they're poor. You still lost. I should still have the level of compassion. When you show the face and all of the things, it makes it harder to give better feedback. Blind feedback is better. Now that I've shown that story, her feedback is going to be a lot different in the comments that I get on this because now you saw the person.
Mm-hmm.
They are.
Mm-hmm.
It's proven, and all of us do it. If you're not trained to do otherwise, again, I got 18 years in it, and I still have to tell myself, okay, wait. You guys have seen me do it, where I have to stop and be like, okay, wait, let me go back, let me do
Right.
this, and then I move forward. It needs to be a balance of both. But that girl
Hmm.
stood in her, so we can talk as we black women, in her black mama's face. And from my understanding, Latina mamas are the same. Um, and when she said that out her mouth, because all I heard was somebody, another woman that bleeds every month is walking around, another woman that bleeds every month is walking around your house not talking to you. Because there are certain mamas that will start to treat you like a bitch on the street because you have crossed that boundary. And those of us in different cultures, we understand. And I don't disagree. If you are acting that way, I need to bring you back. By like, see that soft parenting shit that don't work for me. That you hit a child, they call the police, and they could be taken away, but the police can brutally beat your child. I don't agree with that. That's why we get in there, right? Because people don't have the respect in their homes that they should have. Oh, girl, you just stood in your mama's face in her house and told her you want to go no contact and she needs to write down the rules for you as if you wasn't raised in that household and know them, and you would go from there.
As if you had such a right. The entitlement for me. Are you serious? I
Now,
could
I ain't
never.
seen a no contact like that. All the ones I see say they cut off the phone, they stop talking, they don't bring the kids by, they don't ask them to babysit. Not her. Mhm. Yeah, you need to get the hell up out of my house. And she was still, her response alone is an indication for me that something is wrong with that girl. Because any other parent, child, is people that, especially in the South, that them put out at 13, 14, 15, and
That
tell them to
part.
get their shit and get to my house until you get, I mean, all of the things. And
All
you're
of the things.
grown. And your mom said, let's sit down and talk about what that transition will look like. Like it was an exit. It is an exit.
Because you just said you don't want no contact. So I'm going to give you what you want. You will not benefit from me and think you can talk to me like that. Girl, if you don't go up.
And I don't want to talk to you. And you have the nerve to record even that. But what you made, it looked like is we don't understand. Now you look even worse because we
Mhm.
can't figure out why you would want to go no contact with your mom. And she ain't put you out.
But I love how the mama responded though. The mama just was tea. The mama was
That
so
was
tea.
nice.
The mama was so tea. The mama said, "Oh, I'm gonna give you what you want. Like I'm not even finna argue with you, little girl.
I'm gonna respect what you want.
I'm gonna respect that shit."
But two queens don't go into this household. See, that's why I keep saying, y'all, we got to quit calling people a queen, baby girl. You're not a queen without a king. You are a princess. And you should know to honor your queen.
Mm.
That's where y'all get shit fucked up. And nowhere in my household can two queens be. So that's why a lot of people move out of the home when they get married and want to do grown up shit. Because in my home, I could act like a queen until I'm a queen. But two queens do not belong under one roof. There's only one ruler. I feel like it was even disrespectful that she said, write down what you want. Did you just give me an action item?
Mm.
I'm the boss in this motherfucker. If you ain't figured it out by now, I shouldn't have to write that down. That means anything I do or say outside of these things, you're not going to do.
I guess the question is y'all roommates?
I could never be a roommate with my parent.
Yes, you can.
A roommate with my parent? Absolutely
Yeah.
not. That's why I've been out since I've been 21.
But I'm saying you could. It's possible.
No, I cannot. It is not
You can
possible. If
not
I
for
move
you.
back in my mother's home, I am
No, see
automatically
that's
her
what I'm
little girl.
saying. When I say roommate, it's not that you move back into your mother's home. It's that you and your mama got somewhere to stay together.
I still wouldn't call us roommates. I would still say I live with my mom. That's what I'm trying to tell you. As far as the way I behave, I would not because it was still, I don't care if I'm paying half and she paying half. That's my elder number one. That's my mother number two. Is no way I would even be in the next room fucking, married or not. I could not. You have and understand making love, sex, all of that is different. I'm talking about the kind of fucking you do when ain't nobody home. Okay, no, that would not be happening with my parent in the home. Now, are you gonna do it? Of course, if you live together, but you're not gonna do it. You know, no, I would not. Not with my mom. I respect her too much. Yeah, you can't be having a little live
Well,
entertainment.
let me be clear. Me and my mama was roommates, okay? I don't know what you
But that's
talking about
different. That's
because she
different.
moved into my home, okay?
Period. Okay, can you imagine?
But because life was life and it's okay. The point
Oh, you
is,
can live together for sure.
I'm just like she was still my roommate. That was because this was my
And your
house.
mom came to live with you after y'all was my mother raised me my
See what I'm
entire
saying?
life.
It hit different.
That's
I see.
it hits different.
It
It
hit
hits
different
completely
because I
different.
don't
She
feel what
came
she
back and
feels.
we're getting to know. We built an adult relationship. We didn't have a younger one. So you respected me as a woman. I'm respecting you as
Yes.
my mother in my latter years. Absolutely. But they didn't give off that vibe. She still looks
Correct.
very young.
Mm.
Yeah.
She
So
looked like
no,
she in her 20s though. And,
she
and
does.
and at that age, your pussy stank, bitch. Get the fuck out that lady house anyway. You
Because you don't know
outside.
how to behave.
You outside. So you should be in this lady house. Who you out here sleeping with should be able to handle you. Oh, okay. Or
You should
stop.
feel honored and privileged
Because
if
see,
you
the
let
only
she pull
reason
the
why
car in
you
the
are
driveway and
able
sleep
to
in your damn
talk to that
car.
lady like that is because you out here fucking. It's only when y'all start fucking do y'all think y'all
Oh,
can
she
come
probably
at
want to
your
go and come as she please, but
uh
some
huh,
households still have
uh huh,
uh-huh.
uh huh, uh huh. I'm trying to tell you what I know, baby. You think you and
Yeah,
that lady equal, uh-huh. And so it's time for
you
you to get the
cannot
fuck out.
you cannot be equal. You cannot demand boundaries without consequences. You can't want healing without being honest. You can't heal over an open wound. It's never happened like that. They heal inside out. It's absolutely impossible. You cannot keep choosing chaos and then want to blanket it over. Well, I got his kids and shit like that. You can't get confused when the chaos that you caused even trips you up because you wasn't prepared for all that was about to happen. You can't
Hmm.
do any of those things. But what you can do, especially girls, and that dad that got that baby mama, that now you got the daughter, these journals are for her as well. One don't have cuss words in it. The dream catcher don't have cuss words in it. I'm coming out, the next two will not have cuss words in it. However, go on and get these because you're gonna need them later. Go on and get these and give them to your baby mama. Perhaps try to help her heal, help her become a woman, because she clearly is not a woman and or a parent at this point. And you might be, if she listens to you that much that she wants to be around you, start making it valuable time. Maybe get into therapy and ask your therapist or ask the social worker, what are some things you can start saying to her since she listens to you that she would adapt, that would make her a better parent. Maybe that would help. Maybe that would help, since she listens to you and wants to be in your good graces so bad, then she'll listen to you. And in the end, before she know it, she'll be healed and be a good person. Yeah, that might happen. Yeah, exactly. You can't do that to somebody. You can't be staying out all night because it makes the person worried about you. At least say, hey, I'm spending the night here, and let the person know. You have to do that. But I do it with roommates. I do it with anybody. If I'm in your city and you know I'm in your city and I'm doing different things, hey, I made it back to the hotel. Hey, I made it back to the Airbnb. All right, I'm about to leave now. I do things like that because it's good for your safety. People need to get out of their head with different things. That just shows your lack of maturity and concern.
I
And
ain't gonna
just,
even lie, because I'm a house full of roommates because I don't like living alone. And
and that's cool.
I really find myself having to check in, And
Yes.
so it's like now that I work at home, he's so happy. He's so happy. He's like, oh my God, I don't have to worry
Mm-hmm.
about you no more. I was
Mm-hmm.
worried all the time. And I'm like, really? Damn, I didn't even know you gave a damn like that.
Yes. People that
And
love
so
you worry. You moving
they
around
do.
at night, going out in the morning, you in a car, you by yourself. You want to know that your person is okay. It's not fair to do that to the other
Yep.
person. And all it requires is a simple text. These days, when we was coming up, you had to find a payphone, stop at the payphone, use
Mm-hmm.
the payphone, hope that it's not too late. Make sure you use the phone before you leave somebody's house, because we didn't have cell phones until I got out of high school. So it's way too easy now to be careful. Share your location, do different things like that. Um, it doesn't make sense. But it's like having your child move back home, right? Even though they're grown, as a human, I care about my employees. If my employee leaves and goes to lunch, I quickly know when they don't come back. If they do something that's abnormal, I quickly know, like a no call, no show. That's just called human decency and caring and loving somebody. I bet you if a man was in her face with all those rules, and yes, y'all be saying that because it's true, that, oh my God, he loved me. Insert mama checking on you. Leave me alone. You always in my business.
Don't shoot the messenger, because that's really what it's always about. Is you
Mm-mm,
don't even hear the message because you too worried about who giving it.
mm-mm, mm-mm,
Hmm. It's
just a hot
sad.
mess. So that is it for tonight. Tomorrow we will be on with stories. I'm gonna do half. So when you're going to start texting you, my husband has a camera system on the house. I don't need to do that.
I'm so
I
weak. Oh
text you
my
when I'm
God.
going out of town. Damn. Anyway,
Oh,
it's always
messy.
your own
Messy,
people.
messy,
It's
mess.
always your own people. I don't understand. At this point, I'm just give her access to the cameras because I can't do this shit. It's just so
Just
much.
messy.
Um,
Just
so,
messy.
but I do have a camera system.
I'm
You can
so
see where I
weak.
am all the time. Um, mm, I'm not listening to that. I know you
Girl,
because you always starting some mess. Always starting some mess. So
girl.
that is it for tonight. Happy Founders Day Eve to my SARS. We will be celebrating tomorrow. Half the stories I'm going to do are going to be sorority story times. Don't worry, they will be I won't get sued for them. I'll tell you that. They're going to be spicy,
Okay.
but I won't be sued for them. So I'm going to throw two stories in there from the D9 space, not specifically Delta, but the D9 space. And I won't be able to identify which sorority or fraternity that the story came from because I already picked them in. So we'll be doing that tomorrow. I will be wearing my Nalia tomorrow. Look forward to all of my content. I'm going to try to do 13 posts because our Founders Day is January 19th. So this year we celebrate 113 years on January 13th. I love when numbers align. It is just the cutest thing ever to me. So we'll be celebrating that. And then as well, my our charter date is coming up for Pomona Valley Alumni Chapter. So I will be celebrating that. All month I celebrate. And then it's Aquarius season. I absolutely love it. Now I be tired as hell, but I love it. So that's the content that we're going to do tomorrow. And we will be starting at 7:30 because it's the second Tuesday of the month. And I have exec board meeting for Delta. I actually do work. We don't just stroll. We actually do work. And we make big changes in the community. So that is it from me tonight. Please make sure that you go on and buy one or all of my journals. That would be a great birthday present to me. I would really love the support. And I will do my very best to get the other two journals or coloring books dropped by Friday. I promise y'all, it's not me. I can't make up how busy I am. So, did you eat seafood? Oh, because I keep scratching my nose. Actually, it was pineapple. That's what I'm talking about. All up in my business because my nose is turning red. I feel it. That's why I'm trying to rush. Des, any last words from? I cannot. I look like Rudolph. I can see it.
Listen, Linda.
Any last words from you, Des? Y'all are the weapon formed against me.
Okay, listen. Find me on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Lemonade. Girl, everywhere. It's delicious. Designs. Remember with 2 E's, honey. It's delicious. Ow.
I love it. Have a good night. Goodbye.
Good
Thank you for your
night.
support and share.